With the documentary, how long did it take you to film it, and what was some of the backlash that you dealt with that? Because I could only imagine.
We filmed it. It took about, I moved quick, so we were like just maybe like 4 to 5 months to film it.
You guys did it in the winter too.
Yeah, and I was freaking pregnant, which is why that Patrice thing was so funny when she pretended like I was attacking her outside. I was 8 months pregnant. It's like, you're not getting attacked by anyone. And the reception was great. I do think, like I said, with time, the scale kind of falls from people's eyes. BLM, the organization, blocked me, of course, because once you start looking into where the money is. But Black people were receptive to it once they saw it, and it was being shared on a lot of the like highly traversed Black blogs that are on Instagram, and they were pretty outraged. And now you can see people are saying, yeah, Candace was right. She told us about this. She told us about this. You can see that the Black community has moved a lot from when I first appeared on the scene to now, and I'm really grateful for that, you know?
Well, slowly people are waking up, and I think that's America as a whole. They're starting to see, like, fake news, mainstream media lies about a bunch of stuff. A bunch of things that we were told are not true. As they try to say they are. History has been rewritten by the winners a bunch of times. Like people are kind of like getting an alternative look, and thanks to platforms like Rumble, etc. Like people are able to do that. So and X, right, being with Elon, kind of getting rid of all the censorship. You were gonna say something?
How do you handle hate? I think a lot of people, like for example, we had some girls coming on the show like later on today, and I asked them, Candace is coming. What are your thoughts? Have said, she's talking the truth. I like her a lot. I said, we hate Candace. How do you deal with hate?
I just don't deal with it. I think people have me mixed up. I just told you, I listened to Power on repeat for like way too long, right? So if you want to get into my head, you should listen to Power, right? If you think I'm spending time reading comments about how much you hate me, my life is great.
Thank you.
Amazing. I am saying what I actually believe to be true. People are responding to that. I have a husband who loves me, children who love me. They're really cute. Like, not that it'd be different if they weren't cute, but my kids are really, really cute. And that's it. That's when your family life is intact. Do you think I go to the internet for my sense of security? Like, oh my God, let me see what Rabbi Shmuley thinks of me. Said nobody ever, right? Said nobody literally ever. So I just do not care what the haters think. I wish them well, and I think a lot of times, gratefully, the haters do eventually become lovers, because when you're on the side of truth, eventually people get there, right? And so it feels good to be like, yeah, I was right about that. I was right about that. I was right about that. But I'm happy because I want people's lives to change and for them not to accept this cancerous victim narrative that's being fed to my people who hate them.
Again.
Speaking about the whole George Floyd situation, if I'm not mistaken, there was a civil lawsuit that was kind of independent of the case, but something else was going on, and one of the prosecutors, I think, had to testify, and she said something on the stand about that George Floyd died from fentanyl overdose. Even she said it.
Yeah. No, that was the people didn't even get to see the court case. That was it. The media was quite literally just showing you him one angle dying over and over again because they wanted to propagandize that, and you actually got no facts about that case. And like the doctors that testified of what would happen, how much fentanyl it takes to kill a human, and how much he had, it was just insane.
That wasn't covered. They didn't cover that angle. And then the fact that like this was literally a couple months ago. I think it was when we were in Vegas. Well, like literally the prosecutor testified in this civil case, and it came out that like, no, he died of fentanyl overdose. Or even one of the prosecutors admitted this. I was like, what the hell's going on? Like, I don't know. Chauvin has a pretty good shot at trying to maybe get this thing thrown out. But
yeah, people should be rioting outside for what happened. It's a very scary thing. Yeah, when the Justice Department can do something like that, and it could be any of us. This is why I fight this sort of stuff, because it can happen to you. It can happen to me.
You got
right?
stabbed in prison
you just decide a narrative and get everyone against you, and it's not based on fact at all. That is why, like, I was the loudest voice consistently against the Me Too movement. Before it was popular, I got hit by conservatives and liberals when it first started trending, because they were like, oh, it's rape, so we can't possibly. I was like, these are lying.
Thank you.
I know what you did. You slept with him because you wanted a job, right? You slept with him. This is like the oldest. This is prostitution. The prostitutes get a refund now. They get that's what Me Too was. It was prostitution refund.
I don't like this anymore.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, you know what? Yeah. I'm like, what? No. And I'm telling you, you go back and read the articles. I showed it on my show. I'm like, because I got hit by the left and the right. Even the right gets in line and then waits a little bit until it's comfortable to start saying something's wrong. It's like, no, it's always wrong to say that I'm going to believe your allegations because I'm with her, hashtag, or like believe women was trending. What a nut. It's insane. Like, just believe women. Women have never lied
believe
ever.
all women, yeah.
Just believe women. Blanket. No woman has ever lied in the history of the world. I'm like, what? Are you guys crazy? Like,
what you said is so true. Nobody's safe. All it takes is one allegation to say, oh, he did this to me. From a woman, your career, your brand image is screwed.
You're done.
Because you know what happens? Even if you're vindicated, they won't say, oh, we were wrong. Too bad, buddy. It's already out there.
And they called me, what did they call me? Self, what's there's like a word they use? There's like you're self-hating women, but it's like internalized misogynist is what they called me.
Wow.
Like I hate women.
That's
and I'm like, no, they're always accusing you. It's because I refuse to hate men. You want to know why? Because I'm married to one. I have 2 sons. And so whatever world I fight for is going to be the world that they have to grow up in. And if you think that my son is going to live in a world where a woman can ruin his whole life by just saying like this happened and you're not, that's it. It's just one allegation and your life is over. Absolutely not. So that is why it's like they somehow make women think you're different from men. No, these are our brothers. These are our husbands. These are our friends. These are our eventual sons. And so I was not with Me Too from day one.
Preach.
Which case would you say kind of made you say, you know what? I'm second guessing this one.
The first one. Actually, I was pre-Me Too. I was dogging Kesha, right?
Oh,
I was against
damn.
Me Too before they even knew what to call it. What do you remember Kesha?
Yeah.
That was way back.
Yeah, Kesha way back. Holy
Let's take it way back though, because this situation was wild. Like I don't like to call things like white girl feminism.
Yeah.
But I know why. Like I know why people do say that because it's a special brand. It's a different brand, is what I would say. It's a Taylor Swift brand where it's like just believe what I say and don't question anything. Kesha, this girl. Okay?
Tonight we're going hard.
First off. Also, no. She said. She woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
Suspect already, right? She said. She brushed her teeth with a bottle of Jack, okay? This might be a girl that sleeps with some men, right? Might be, might be, she literally was just saying some things in her quotations that were coming there, like, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Okay. So I'm not going to just blanket believe you. I need to know if you were sober, what was happening. She gets in the back of a courtroom and she cries because she wants out of her Sony contract, okay?
Yeah.
And my goodness, every single Lena Dunham, Taylor Swift of the world was like, oh my God, this is what women are suffering. I'm like, what? She signed a contract and she has to finish out the contract. That's like how business works, right? But she wants out. So then she said that Dr. Luke raped her, right? She just went with the, like, oh, he raped me or whatever. And I was like, this is a lie. You just know, I am certain in my heart, I'm alleging this, that you slept with him because you can't sing and you somehow got a contract at Sony, right? So I can believe that you slept with him, but I'm not going to buy that you were raped, right? Yeah. So she lies, and then they made her a hero. She was on red carpets. They were like, this is her coming out, like, an album since, like, the Sony thing. Lady Gaga was crying with her. And then what happened that nobody likes to talk about? Dr. Luke fought for his reputation. Will never get a refund, so to speak, on how the media covered him. And then they did a deposition of Katy Perry because he got her text messages, and she texted Lady Gaga like, yeah, he rapes Katy Perry too. And this is why I like Katy Perry, because they brought her in for a deposition and she was like, nope. We weren't raped. Nope. Just like told 100% the truth. And then suddenly she pulls her lawsuit away. And obviously it's like, absolute garbage human being for what she did. But that's the thing. Once a man's reputation is ruined in that capacity, if he's quietly winning in the court case, but nobody's covering it. Nobody is covering it with the same vivacity.
Can I bring up somebody else that we all know very well? Andrew Tate.
Dude, I just want to say again, she said she brushed her teeth with a bottle of Jack.
Yeah. Yeah, you already know she on some shit for that
Also
one.
under Diddy, by the way, as well.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Coincidence?
Why were you feeling like P. Diddy? Me as
Exactly.
me as a lawyer. Why were you feeling
And that
like
song's about
P.
partying
Diddy?
hard. That song's about partying hard. Tonight we're going hard. Hard. Yeah, that's like, come on, man.
I have questions.
What's going on, man?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. I just think as men, especially with influence in a platform, we could at any moment be under this same issue. And Andrew Tate, good friend of ours, awesome guy, went to his house
Yeah, we were there a couple weeks ago.
couple weeks
You guys
ago.
got to Bucharest?
Yeah.
Super cool family, cool people there. But to see what happened to him close to home was terrible.
Yeah.
He has cameras in every place in the house. You can see what's happening in real time. If he was a trafficker by chance, you would have seen everything there plain sight. But you know what they didn't show in court or anything like that? Footage.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Girls coming in and out.
Evidence.
All that, yeah.
So to me, it's like, this is
Absolutely.
unfair as men.
Yeah.
What we can go through for that.
I looked into that specific case and it is wild.
Yeah.
It is absolutely wild. And everyone's sitting here trying to litigate, well, this is what he said 10 years ago, so he should go to prison in Bucharest. And it's like, no, this is absolute madness. I don't care what he said on a podcast 10 years ago, right? First, just the fact that he had to sit in a prison cell with no charges for as long as he did.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Absolutely wild. Like, we're just going to look for something and try to find something. The fact that the girls that were listed in those complaints came out and made article and said this never happened. The fact that they're trying to hunt and sit these women down and say, you know, we just want you to factually say that something happened, and all these women are coming out, and like, I don't know why I'm listed in this suit at all because it's not true. And then the girl that they used to start the whole thing, people that don't know the story, I covered on my podcast, the fact that she has an entire history.
Yes.
I mean, how many times are you going to believe that this keeps happening to one woman? You know, it's just
Emma Gabby.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Chick, yeah.
You have the worst luck ever. This just keeps happening to you your whole life, right? Like, and that's why you just ask questions, like basic questions. If you're a girl and you say, I was date raped once, okay, like, let's look at I was date raped twice. Oh, wait, wouldn't you cover your drinks like that? 5 times, 10 times. It's like, okay, well, you know, I have questions. And this is a circumstance where this woman, it's just been a lot of men that she has accused, and for the short amount of time that she was there, desperate to go over there. If you looked into the text messages, I mean, allegedly, let us rinse ourselves.
Allegedly,
in the lawsuit free. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and like even one of the men that she accused, like ended up like offing himself because he couldn't like take it anymore, and then another guy's in jail, and it's just like, and she's like a known sugar baby, and it's like all this evidence is there, and they're like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. Not to mention that they're not going to come back and testify in Romania. They're
Is that what they're saying now? They're not coming back to testify?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Definitely not. Like,
Yeah,
those chicks
crazy.
are like the one chick is here in, I think in Orlando somewhere, and then the other one I don't know where she's at, somewhere in London.
Yeah, they went partying. Can I also mention one more person?
Yeah.
Free Tory Lanez, man.
Yeah,
That's my
she's
guy,
crazy,
bro.
man.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about
I
that
don't know
one?
about that because I looked into that case and like that was crazy. That was crazy. And I'm not a Megan Thee Stallion fan, but everything leading up to that, like from trying to pay people off, unless there's something that I missed, and if I did miss it, I will correct the record. But you can't just be shooting people in the feet. Like, you can't, like, I mean, and so what is the conspiracy? They're like, no, her friend shot her in the foot. But the messages that she showed from that night or the night after, and first off, initially they were saying she stepped on glass, which I thought was wild. Like, he was at first saying that she stepped on glass. The doctor, I mean, you can't just make up a surgery. A doctor's not going to say I pulled out a bullet from. So, like, the fact that his story changed, right? Like, oh, she's lying, she stepped on glass, like, doing all that stuff. It's like, okay, you wouldn't need to say that if you, like, we're telling the truth from the beginning. Unless there's something I'm missing here. But when I looked into it, it looked like Tory Lanez shot her in the foot.
There is some evidence that the friend could potentially did it because they were fist fighting. There was a argument and all that other stuff, and they were fist fighting.
They were drunk.
They were drunk. Everybody was drunk as hell.
Yeah.
What was her name? Kelsey.
Kelsey. Yeah.
Because they were fist fighting on the street, her and Meg Thee Stallion. Because I looked into that case as well. And then the doctor even said before that when she first went to the emergency room that like it did look like she stepped on some glass originally when you look at the first police report.
Yes.
But
Police report, but not the doctor. The doctor.
It says in the police report that the doctor said that there were shards of glass, unless they were like he maybe reported wrong. But in that first police report, they did say it.
Oh yeah, like
surprisingly.
Okay, but I'm not saying like the doctor say because like he said he pulled bullet fragments out of her foot.
Yeah, the person at the emergency room. I think she went to go see another doctor after the fact. But the first doctor, when they first originally went to, because remember, she told them, I stepped on glass, because she was covering for Tory.
She was covering for Tory, yeah.
So the doctor was like, oh, okay, well, it looks like you stepped on glass too, right? It's emergency doctor.
Yeah, gotcha. So she did tell him, that's right.
She lied at
told him
first, and then she said, I stepped on glass, etc. I think she got reassessed again. But We don't know, but like I think there's strong evidence that Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion
knows.
fought, and then Kelsey shot her. Because when she took the Fifth Amendment on the stand, I was like, what the hell?
So there's a story.
But then why wouldn't Megan say that? Like why go after? Because they're obviously not friends anymore, right? You know what I'm saying? Like she has no love for her. I mean, Kelsey got on the stand and basically pleaded the Fifth the entire time.
Yeah.
So why would you want it to be Tory that was locked up and not the woman?
That's a good question.
Right? Because you would just
say,
be like, I hate her and she shot me. And also Kelsey's texts, I mean, she could have been lying.
Yeah.
She's not a good person, full stop. Kelsey is the biggest loser in all this. But she like texted somebody right after and said like, oh crap, like Tory shot her or something like that. So that shows that like something happened. But if you're saying that maybe it could have been her.
Yeah, I think there's evidence that it could have been her for sure. And I think maybe it's a situation, because that's a good question. Hey, well, why didn't she just say that Kelsey shot her?
Yeah.
Well, I think she dislikes Tory more.
Listen, there's two scenarios here. Allegedly, by the way.
Yeah.
Either Kelsey shot Meg in the foot, or there was a scuffle, somebody had a gun, and it went off, and she got shot. Either way, what happened is free Tory. That's
No, because she said he said dance, like, you know.
Yeah.
Then she was.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
come on.
The way she was saying it, like, because he's a short guy, she was like, he stood over the car and he said dance, but it was a really cumbersome thing, like that I don't know. I think that there's strong evidence that Kelsey could have shot her, but, you know, we don't know. The only people that know really are the people that were there that night.
We're speculating. But again, there's a story out there and then there's the real story, so we'll see what happens.
But
he's Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's another thing too that kind of sucks for him, because
just being in Canada,
he's gonna get deported after this, 100%. That's why a lot of people say, why didn't he just take the plea? He would have got deported if he did that. They would have given him a felony. Maybe he wouldn't have gotten any jail time.
Damn.
But ICE would have been there and be like, all right, you got to go, buddy. Foreign national.
He got kids, family.
Oh,
stuff.
we actually deport people now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Color me shocked. I didn't know that we had the potential to do that. Just come right back in over the border, buddy. Just
right now,
come right
maybe
back
not.
in over the border.
With Biden in office, maybe not. But if it was like for a felony like that and a high profile person, they're gonna remove him.
Yeah.
Because everyone like, why is he still here? Like that's why.
We got like 30K watching, by the way. Guys, this is amazing.
Wow. Shout out to all y'all.
Follow Candace Owens on her channel as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the
Pop
video.
over right now. No, not right now because you're here. But when you're done, you
Open
better
up
go
another
hit
tab.
like on my open up.
Yeah, go support Candace, because a lot of people are coming and hating on her right now. Because you guys can see.
Listen.
She speaks facts.
The truth, by the way. No lies told. We got some chats you want to do?
Yeah, I could read some chats real quick. Guys, we're reading only 50 and up, obviously, because we're short on time. We want to make sure that we can get you all the after-hour shows.
W. Candace Owens.